A little while ago, someone left a comment on one of the contractor videos I made for helping contractors, and they wanted to know what you would do with someone who wrongfully accused you of something. And of course, this actually happened to me quite a few times in construction. And again, I do any stories you guys have. I'd appreciate any stories from contractors or homeowners on how you dealt with this situation, because realistically, this is how we all learn, including me. So if you guys got any ideas, secrets, throw it out there, because it's all helpful and appreciated greatly. But before I get into that, I'd like to share a story with you, something that happened to me one time. And one time I was working on a house. I was building a brick wall and doing some remodeling on this particular home. And the mother and father, they had a certain kind of personality. I had a pretty good idea that they weren't the most honest people. And I'd already dealt with them one time before. And realistically, that wasn't a good experience. So this was kind of the last straw. I'm working on their house. I'm already not having a good time working with them, and I finished the brick wall. I go in now. I had a written contract for everything else except for the brick wall. When I finished the brick wall, and I wanted to get paid on the amount that we had agreed on, they told me that no, this isn't the amount that we agreed on. I was trying to screw them, and they were actually getting upset. They were really out of their character. But I could tell it was all an act. And again, this is stuff you're going to have to deal with. Some people are serious. Some people are, they're acting, and they're trying to make things even a little more theatrical to convince you that you don't know what you're talking about when you really do. Well, a few moments went by. I really didn't know what to do. It was 2 against 1. They're telling me, we're not going to pay you this. We'll pay you this much. Well, we're not paying you, you thief. I mean, this is, like I said, they're really getting out of hand. And luckily, they had an 18-year-old boy, and I kind of just took a shot in the dark. And I said, hey, do you remember me telling you that this, was going to be the price and stuff? And he nodded his head. He goes, yeah. He said, that's exactly what you said. And I couldn't believe it. I lucked out. And the parents were furious. They took the boy in the house, and I heard a few loud noises, but quickly got in my car and left, and of course came back and got paid later the exact amount we agreed on. And of course these people kind of looked a little foolish, and I never went to work for them again. They actually, the man actually approached me. I was working on another job, and he came over there and he said, hey, we'd really like you to do this remodel on the house. It was a big room addition. And I says, no, I told you guys I wasn't ever going to work for you again. Just don't call me. And he was basically, telling me like it was my obligation again. Now, he wasn't from this country. That creates another problem. In other countries, they do things different. Other cultures. So this is going to be another problem you're going to have while you're a contractor, is you're going to run into someone. Now, these people were from Yugoslavia. And their way of doing things was real authoritative. The man was the boss, and you did this, and 2 men got together, and they were, and again, I don't know if it's that way today. These people, I would imagine today would be in their 60s, so you could place them back to their culture and time period. Might not be the same, but eventually you are going to run into a problem where someone either makes an accusation that you did something you didn't, or that you didn't do something that you needed to do, or of course worse than that when it comes down to money. And the best advice I could possibly give you is to get as much information as you possibly can in writing. You've got to get this stuff in writing. If someone tells you, hey, how much is it going to be to move that wall 2 feet? And you say, you know what, $900, I'll do you a favor here, $900, and then the guy's like, okay, just do it. And then a few weeks go by, and then you go to get paid, and the guy goes, whoa, I ain't paying for that. Well, you've got a problem now. But if you handed this guy a change order before you did anything, you have a written change order with the amount on it and a description of the work. and this individual signs it, for one, now they know, like you know, they have something in writing. And of course, this is going to make all the difference in the world if there's a problem later. You know, hey, I never agreed to that. Yeah, you did. It's right here. But if you agree to something verbally, then it's almost like you deserve to be slapped in the face with something like this. And of course, if it does happen once, learn your lesson and try to avoid it happening again. So again, you got contractors out there, you got any better advice, or again, any videos. I can attach the videos to this video, or even links to other videos if you want to give people more advice. So any advice you have out there would be helpful and greatly appreciated for new contractors, as well as contractors who've been in the business for quite some time.